Hi, April Cunningham.
Hey, Lucy.
Hey. Thanks for being our Gardener of the Month this November 2010. Could you please describe your current role and your history at Head Start Preschools in Lake and Mendocino County?
Well, I've been working at the Head Start program for 22 years. I started off there as a cook when my kids were little, and I did that for 6 years, and I just loved it. It was the best job I'd ever found. And so then my supervisor left, and I've been doing the food program coordinator job for 16 years now. Yeah.
So you coordinate all the food at
Right.
Head Start Preschools.
Yes. And so I have 13 cooks out there doing a wonderful job every day, feeding the kids.
Cool. So you've done some really amazing things in your time as the nutrition food coordinator at Head Start. And I was hoping you could please describe some of these food-related changes that you've helped to implement at the Lake and Mendocino County Head Starts.
Well, like I said, when I came to the job, it was the best job ever because one of the things is that Head Start really does have some standards around that, like low fat, low sugar, low salt, and I was like, yeah, I could work for this program. And we had a healthy food policy in place, and the parents support that. And since then, I've really just slowly over the years kind of added a little more nutrition to the menu, really integrating a lot more whole grains. I've made a lot of connections with local farmers now, so I feel really pleased that we're getting food for our centers from like Sealy Farms in Lake County, Mendocino Organics, Noyo Hill Farm, Brookside Farm. So we're really getting a lot more going with the fresh produce for the kids. And we do nutrition activities. Probably my biggest accomplishment there has been the Food for Thought curriculum that I've worked on for about 9 years now, I think since the very first day I started doing it. And we do nutrition activities in the classroom every week with the kids. So they're always exploring new foods. It's about, trying healthy broccoli, making vegetable soup, making smoothies. And it's really very, very preschool focused and very focused on just exploring the natural foods, not making things that are really cookie cutter art out of food, but just really learning about the healthy food. And so that curriculum has now been published by the Department of Education, so it's their
Way to go, April.
curriculum.
And you're
it's been a
gonna
journey.
you're gonna teach some other people about it, right?
Yes, they've asked me to do trainings all throughout California. The 11 regions of California are going to get a training on Food for Thought sometime in the next year.
Impressive.
Cool.
So what does it take to make the kinds of institutional changes that you've brought to the preschools you work with?
Well, I think it takes everyone. It takes me really being passionate about it and really just being persistent about how important it is, but it also starts at the top. I know our director is very supportive of children eating healthy, and throughout the centers, the teachers really seem to embrace it, and the people that I work with, my coworkers, like the education staff, are very supportive of it. The family services staff, they're just like wanting to just learn new things and really just spread the word throughout all the centers and to the parents and to the children. So it takes all of us. The cooks are just wonderful. I'm really particular when I'm hiring cooks, really looking for someone who can really fit into that program because it's so different with the way we do things. But we've got some really good cooks out there making some really tasty food and really interacting with the children and getting them excited about eating healthy.
So it takes everyone,
Takes everyone.
but it also takes maybe someone chipping away at it for 15 years.
Years and years. Just one little thing at a time, and just saying it over and over, and really just trying to just fight for my cause and really, really spread the word because it's so important. If these kids aren't eating healthy when they're young, I mean, it's just all the difference in the world.
Oh yeah, I forgot that question. Why do you believe it's important to create gardens in preschools and have healthy local food in preschools?
I think, yeah, you got to start young. You got to really develop the palates of the youngsters because today children are eating so much junk. I mean, there's so much processed food and it's all chemically engineered. They're putting additives in the food that you don't even know what you're eating anymore. But if you really can kind of turn that around and get children eating really fresh fruits and vegetables and healthy grains and creating really tasty meals with the herbs and things
With
that
the herbs.
are just so much healthier. Herbs, lots of herbs in my garden.
Wow.
So really getting them to try new things, and the garden is just an extension of that. If they go out to the garden and they pull that carrot out of the ground, they're going to try that carrot. It's totally different, and I think we've been really fortunate to get the gardens going.
Cool. And what's your vision for Head Start preschools in terms of food and gardens?
Just to keep it going. But really, I love the idea of having food available for parents, to really expand our gardens to the point where we can have parent activities where parents are coming in and helping us work in the garden where they're learning how to garden so that they maybe can carry that on at home, and getting their children excited about being in the garden, because if the children are excited about working in the garden, then when the parents have one, they will help them, they will harvest, they will take that food in the kitchen, they will help prepare that, because kids aren't really learning how to cook anymore, and I would
Yeah.
really love to see the next generation learn how to harvest from the gardens and take that into the kitchen and make a wonderful feast out of it. And I love to see more gardening days where everybody's working together and then we harvest and make something where everybody gets to eat together and take a basket of produce home and really carry that on to home.
April, it kind of sounds like you're talking about community.
Community, yeah, it's very important to me.
Food in the community.
Food in the community, and really spreading what you have. I love the idea of like whoever has excess of something shares it with someone else. Like I have too many tomatoes, but you have too many apples, and that we share things. I'd love to see more places where we could all gather together and bring our excess and share it around and spread recipes around and